Forever is the strangest thing. It's shorter than you think. No think.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This your girl Queen Talks Crime, and I'm back with another video. Shout out to all my supporters, my subscribers, my members. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate all the love and the support. Okay, this particular video is going to be about, of course, the Gabby Petito case. We're going to talk about alibis and analyzing. Alibis and analyzing. Because we're going to talk a little bit about Brian and this one alibi with the hitchhiker alibi. Okay? And I'm going to break that down a little bit. And we're going to talk about if this possibly happened or not. Now, my next video is going to be the missing Cow City boys. But it's going to be about what a source revealed over 9 months ago. Because maybe some people are new to this case of Classic and Sincere and don't know what all was revealed by a source 9 months ago. And I'm going to do that video here soon, but that'll be the next video. Okay, and we still remaining on all of these cases, okay? So every day there will be a new video being released, okay? So y'all have your notification bells on so y'all won't miss anything. But yes, and we're still working on Jelani case, Summer's case. We are really, really working hard. So, like I said again, Classic and Sincere, a source video will be dropping tomorrow or maybe tonight. I'm not sure, but most likely probably tomorrow. I'm going to drop that video. So y'all stay tuned for that. And you will hear what the source revealed about what the kids actually really went through. Some people might already know because I've spoke about it 10 months ago. But we're going over everything, so therefore we're going to go over everything from the beginning to the end. That's how it goes. That's how it works. All right, so let's get into Gabby Petito's case. Okay, so Miranda Baker allegedly saw Brian Laundrie on 8/29, August the 29th, y'all. Her and her boyfriend picked up Brian at Grand Teton National Park. The time was allegedly 5:30. The reason she's giving out the information is because she says she wants other people to speak out if they had a run-in with Brian. And she said she saw his photo on TikTok. So Brian allegedly approached them, asked them for a ride. He asked if they were going to Jackson, and she said they were. She told him to hop in her Jeep. Quick question. Why didn't the boyfriend do the talking? Brian is considered a strange man that just walked up to you. You never seen this man before. You don't know this man. And this man just walks up, asks you for a ride, and your boyfriend don't speak up? I feel like antenna should pop up. That should have put your boyfriend on alert. Because it's a crazy world out here and things happen. But anyway, so I thought it was kind of strange that Brian is a strange man And you would think the male would be the one talking to him because he's the one that's the protector. You know, he's the boyfriend. So if something went wrong, he would be the one to step up. And most people, men talk men to men. So that's just a thought. Because like, yeah, if somebody walked up to my car and I'm with my dude, oh, he's most definitely gonna step in and say something. He's gonna say, "What's up, bro?" He gonna check your temperature. And after he check your temperature, we're gonna decide whether we're gonna go to the next level. But I just think it's kind of weird that her boyfriend didn't speak up, but she was doing the talking to him. I just thought that was kind of weird. And I just wonder, if the boyfriend was okay with that. Is he not a very dominant person? And you don't even got to be a dominant person to speak up or, ask questions to be curious who this person is walking up to your car, to your girl's car with you in it. I'm just saying, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Anyway, so Brian allegedly offered to pay them $200 to give them a ride 10 miles. She said that was strange. He told Miranda and her boyfriend he'd been camping for days, allegedly, without Gabby. So I wonder why Brian would be camping without her. Was Gabby already deceased August the 29th? And that is a valid question. Was Gabby Petito already deceased August the 29th? I have a feeling she was already dead before the end of August. I have a feeling when the communication actually stopped was when, the last time she actually saw her and talked to her, heard her voice, or on FaceTime, I think that's the last time the mama actually really spoke with her. Because we know Texas was sent at the end of the month, but I know in my heart, I feel like that was Brian. Brian sent those texts. So with that being said, I think it may have been the 25th or 26th. Maybe I'll give it the 27th, no later than 27th, that it was possibly Gabby was already dead. He also stated to them his fiance was working on their social media page in their van. So question is, how would Brian know that if he was camping for days without Gabby? How would you know what she's doing on social media? How would you know she's working on social media for days in a van, in her van? You wouldn't know that if you're camping for days and you left Gabby in the van. He probably left Gabby in the van dead. No disrespect, but I gotta keep it real. Yes, he left Gabby dead in the van. Now, he's obviously creating and establishing an alibi, which is not shocking at all. Not shocking. But, so he told Miranda and her boyfriend that his fiance was working on a social media page in her van for days. Well, it don't take days to work on a page. Okay, for one, it don't. It don't take days. And then you would go in the woods and leave Gabby alone. See, none of that makes any sense, so that's probably likely not true. Okay? Gabby probably was in that van, but she was probably already gone. Okay? And he wouldn't know what she would be doing in that van if she was alive, if he was camping for days. So we know that's not true. That's a lie that he's told Miranda and her boyfriend. Let's keep going. So Miranda said in conversation again and brought up Jackson, Hall, and Brian allegedly freaked out. He told them to stop, let them out, but let's stop here. Didn't Miranda say in the beginning of the story, he asked them to give him a ride to Jackson? She said that. So why, when Jackson comes up again, will Brian freak out if he asked to go there? It's just a small inconsistency, because my thing with Miranda is, did you not bring up Jackson or Jackson Hall at the beginning? He asked you to go to Jackson. You said y'all was going. Then the conversation came up again, but this time you saying you allegedly said Jackson Hall, and he freaks. So I'm just, kind of on the fence right there. But I'm just trying to get an understanding of why didn't y'all in the beginning establish where y'all actually going? Why would y'all just not establish exactly where y'all going with a stranger? I'm just saying. But anyway, so Miranda Baker was called out as not a good witness because of her huge lie stunt she pulled a while ago, which has people guessing her statement. I'm just listening to see if this is, true or not. Is this a possibility? Could this have happened or not? Is Miranda believable? I don't know. So Miranda Baker said that they pulled over at the Jackson Dam. She said they dropped Brian off at 6:09 p.m. August the 29th. 6:09 August the 29th. Allegedly, he told them he would hitchhike and find someone else for a ride and hurried out the car. Strange, but let's keep going. So Miranda said that Brian was wearing a backpack, long sleeve pants, which I'm thinking she meant long sleeve shirt and pants, hiking boots, and scrubs. So Miranda stated that he did not look dirty for someone who was camping for days. He was clean and didn't smell. She said that was weird. Well, that's common sense. If they don't look like they've been camping, that they lied to you. If something don't make sense, if something don't add up, it's most likely because it's not true. It's a lie. It's a story. It's made up. I'm just saying. So allegedly they was camping in the middle of nowhere along Snake River. Miranda stated not at a campsite, but like in the middle of nowhere. Isolated. Desolate. Miranda said he stated he hiked for days along Snake River. The only thing that makes Miranda's story likely believable is that she stated the area Grand Teton National Park, and that's along where Gabby's body was found. So, and she stated that before Gabby was found. So that makes me believe that it's possible Miranda was telling the truth, because where she said she picked up Brian was not far from where Gabby's body was located. Okay, y'all. So, so far her story seems to be okay. The only red flag on her behalf that I see is that I don't understand, like, Brian asked to go to Jackson, and then he freaked out later, realizing they're heading to Jackson Hall. So maybe Brian was confused on the Jackson. But why not figure it out before y'all pull off? It just seems kind of weird. Because, like, someone said, can I go to Jackson? Or can you take me to Jackson? Me, as a driver, I would be like, okay, Jackson where? We wouldn't just, what I'm saying? I'm going to ask you, Jackson where? Where in Jackson? Where at Jackson? Jackson what? But that didn't happen. So that's like a little that sticks out to me a little bit about, because, Miranda, you would think you would have said, okay, where in Jackson do you need a ride to? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But anyway, they also said Brian didn't have a phone, in my opinion, establishing an alibi. You're traveling. Who doesn't have a phone for emergencies? So he could have had a phone and Miranda, boyfriend, not see it. Yes. It's not normal for someone to travel around the country with no telephone. Okay? So I never believed that for 1 second. For 1 second. Yeah, I never believed that for 1 second. So could Brian have had a phone and Miranda and her boyfriend not see it? Yes. He could have had it turned off in his pocket or turned on silent in his pocket. Or he could have left it somewhere to establish an alibi, to make it seem like he was in a certain location. He wasn't the entire time. Very possible. I feel this whole hitchhike trip was Brian establishing an alibi, needing to be seen in other locations by different people. But then I questioned the phone. The phone would be smart to take it will ping and prove your alibi. So possibly, like I said before, I think he might have had his phone and on silent and he had it put up, but on silent, so it could ping and prove that he was in a certain area. And then Miranda and boyfriend just didn't notice he had a phone because they didn't see it. That's just a thought that I'm thinking. I think Brian had a phone because if you're trying to establish an alibi, what's best to do is take a device that proves your alibi. So you would take your phone, you would have it on silent, and it'll be pinging your location the whole time to prove you was there. Okay? He just never took it out or showed it because he knew what he was doing in his mind. He knew he just killed his girlfriend in his mind. So he's not finna do a lot of talking, a lot of free giving information. He's not finna do that. I'm not sure, like I said, if this whole account is true, but like I said, people are saying she loves attention. Miranda has been in a media scam before, so I don't know. Is this another scam for attention or social media? I don't know. So far. So is this another scam for attention for Miranda on social media? I don't know. But people are throwing that out there. People are asking that question. You know, your past behavior reflects a lot on your future behavior. And that's why you got to be careful with things that you do. Because when something serious happens and people know you're a liar, it's going to be hard for them to believe you. So far, they did find Gabby in that park, wooded area in Wyoming. So it may be some truth to what Miranda said. That's the only thing that makes me believe that Miranda is probably telling the truth. Because her body was found in that location where she picked up Brian, not far from that location. So it may be some truth because Brian was trying to get out of Dodge. He was trying to get out of Grand Teton. And at some point, he had to have came back for Gabby's van. Or someone else came back for Gabby's van. I'm not sure about that. But that's a question I'm asking. Did Brian go back and get Gabby's van? Or did he contact his parents and he started establishing alibis while mommy and daddy came to possibly get the van? I'm just saying. He might have drove it back, or if someone else might have drove it back. I think he probably did, but I don't think he had no help, and I think he might have phoned his parents in Wyoming. He might have phoned his parents. He might have phoned his parents in Wyoming, and they told him what to do. So he started establishing alibis, things of that nature. Yeah. I'm just throwing that out there because it's a possibility. I'm not sure. But the alibi is definitely what I believe Brian was doing with this witness. He was definitely establishing an alibi with Miranda. So, this is another part of Gabby Petito's case I want to break down and address. I will be breaking down all of these cases that we're working on, pointing out the things that people do not see, and giving you what I see in my breakdown, which is completely different than, everyone else's, because everybody's different, okay? But yeah, so a lot of times I break things down because you can miss something if you just running through it. Sometimes you got to take your time, break things down, and analyze things, and then you might see something that you missed. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I'll be back with another video. Y'all take care. Peace.